What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to Thursday night show. We've got a packed show for you tonight, but unfortunately, there isn't a lot of good news doing the rounds surrounding Liverpool Football Club and their search for midfield targets. I'm going to take you through what the newspapers and the media have said today. Of course, I want to know your thoughts in the comment section. Do drop a like on the video, and if you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do. So look, let's start off with the start of the bad news. We spoke yesterday about Mason Mount seemingly wanting to go to Manchester United over Liverpool Football Club, and we'll move on to talk about that in more detail as the video goes on. But last night, just after we finished recording, it started to come out that PSG are about to trigger the release clause of Manuel Ugarte's Sporting Lisbon contract, and it doesn't look like they're going to be in their own here. Chelsea are also believed to be admirers in Ugarte. Yes, that Chelsea. The one who've already spent 600 million, the one who are going to bring in a centre forward and are still looking at other midfielders. Yeah, chance to be a fine thing, right? Spending that much money. But look, this one looks like we're going to miss out again, or maybe he wasn't on the list of actual genuine targets. Now, I don't want to be the bad news bearer all the time, but I have to say that I'm starting to get a little bit concerned. Unless there's something, an ace up the sleeve that Liverpool aren't going to discuss publicly, it does feel like these targets are starting to be ticked off one by one, but not in the inbox, in the going to other clubs. So with Manuel Ugarte, look, it did seem like there was a split. We fans certainly wanted him. The media in Europe certainly seemed to show that Liverpool were interested, but there's always been some doubts from the English journalist side. And it's been widely reported, as I mentioned a moment ago, that he's going to sign, or at least PSG are going to trigger that €60 million buyout clause that's in his contract. Fabrizio has posted about it. Many other journalists have posted about it. So, unless Liverpool act very quickly and very quickly change course, it looks like we're about to miss out on him, as well as maybe Mason Mount. Now, the Mason Mount situation isn't set in stone yet, but if his preference is to join Manchester United, and look, every player is of course free to make his own choice, then that's probably another one that we're going to have to walk away from. The reports that I'd read suggested that Mason Mount and his camp had signalled his intention to, or his desire to go to Manchester United to other interested parties. So if we can say that Ugarte's gone and Mount is gone, then we're left scratching our heads, right? Who else is there? Who's going to be the right-sided midfielder? I know who I want. I'm sure you guys probably think the same. Nicolo Barella. But it's hard to gauge that situation. Obviously, he was part of the Inter Milan side that beat Fiorentina yesterday to win the Italian Cup. He's also got the little bit of a Champions League final coming up on June 10th, where Inter are trying to save football against Manchester City. So I don't expect any news on that anytime soon. Now, McAllister, I'm 99% that's boxed off. We don't need to worry about that. The vibes coming out about that deal seem to be fairly positive. The media seem to be reporting that it's only a matter of time. So we can put that in the yay column. But there is still some other transfer news that I want to go through. And there's one today that caught my eye, coming from a German publication called Kicker. And they say that Liverpool will make an inquiry about a World Cup winning fullback. Who could it be? Who could it be? Yeah, it's Benjamin Pavard, apparently, from Bayern Munich. Unsure on this one. I've seen Pavard have some brilliant games and I've seen him have some bang average games. He's got 12 months to go on his Bayern Munich contract. And if Liverpool are looking to bring in somebody who can maybe tide us over for a couple of seasons till we see how our fullbacks get on and develop, I'm okay with it if it's for the right price. Now, interestingly, no price was mentioned in the article that I read, so maybe you guys watching can fill me in the comment section on something you might have seen yourselves. One player who is still on the market and is still potentially available to Liverpool and has been linked with us is, of course, RB Leipzig's Dominik Szoboszlai. And he's been speaking previously about Jurgen Klopp, and this is what he had to say. I really like Jurgen Klopp, the kind of human being he is, the way he inspires the team, that they can come back from any situation. To me, he is the best coach in the world. I like what I'm hearing. I like it, Dominic. I like what I'm hearing. And I like the player. So for me, if Liverpool were to bring in him and McAllister as their two, let's call them number 8s, I'm okay with that. Dominik Szoboszlai to me is a very, very good footballer. And if our new sporting director, Jorge Schmadtke, or George Schmadtke, I'm still not sure how I'm supposed to pronounce that one, if he is going to be focusing on the German market, there you go, RB Leipzig player. We know that we can do a deal there. It looks like probably about €50 million could be the number that could get him out of RB Leipzig. So again, I hope that there is truth to this, and I hope that we see some targets get through the door very quickly after the season is over. Now, as I've told you guys before, Liverpool had sent scouts over to Sporting Lisbon to watch a few games. We had seen the report suggest they were over there to look at Manuel Ugarte, but there was another player who we think they may have been over there to see as well, and that is, of course, Inacio, the centre-back at Sporting Lisbon. A report coming out of Portugal today from A Bola say that Liverpool were one of the clubs keeping an eye on the player. Sporting previously turned down offers of around €30 million for his services, and they value him at about €45 million, and he may have a release clause at that amount as well. So do keep an eye on that situation. But again, we've been linked with Mark Gay from Crystal Palace with regards to a centre back. The Indica stuff seems to have gone relatively cold. But let me think. Another German-based centre back. How about Josko Gvardiol, Mr. Schmadtke? If you're out there shopping about trying to get us some deals, go to RB Leipzig and go, lads, we want 2 of your players. What's the story? How can we get them? Look, it's pie in the sky stuff. I don't think we have the money for Josko Gvardiol. And in fact, I think Manchester City are probably the strongest contenders for his signature. But I want to know how worried you guys are starting to get. Because, yes, the window hasn't opened. And we have to keep that in mind. But also, if these are genuine targets, and remember, we've been led to believe Mason Mount was top of Klopp's priority list, and he's chosen Manchester United by the looks of it. Ugarte, we didn't really know, but again, that seems to have gone as well. So, who will Liverpool be bringing in, and are they going to be Klopp's top targets? I severely hope so. Liverpool have concrete interest in Ruben Neves, is what Football Insider have to say today, reporting that Liverpool will make a move for the 26-year-old. Barcelona in pole position for his signature, according to this report. So could be another one there that maybe we miss out on. And it gets a little bit frustrating when you've no good news, right? Because we want good news. The season's come to an end this weekend. It's kind of petering out. We'll say our goodbyes. We've all been a bit upset about saying goodbye to Bobby and obviously James Milner as well. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and Naby Keita. Can't forget about those two gents. But I feel like the fan base needs an injection of positivity right now. And yes, hopefully we get the Alexis McAllister stuff boxed off very, very quickly after the season ends. Brighton, with their result last night, confirmed their place in the Europa League next season as well. So congratulations to them. De Zerbi's a very good coach, by the way. Certainly somebody I'm keeping an eye on. Although, I'm going to make a bold prediction here. I think De Zerbi could be a candidate for when Pep Guardiola leaves Manchester City. I don't know. I just feel like there's a bit too pally-pally there. There's a bit too much compliments coming from both sides. So keep an eye on that one in the future. I'm making an early call on it now. And that's pretty much about it. There is going to be an update on He Whose Name Shall Not Be Mentioned a little bit later on tonight. I'm just waiting for a couple more pieces back before I can really say anything on it. But just to summarise, it's not looking like Klopp's top targets, if indeed these ones that have been in the media are them, will be Liverpool players outside of Alexis McAllister. Should we be worried? Not for me to say. Over to you guys now. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and what type of a window do you think we're going to get with FSG? Last chance for them in my eyes, so over to you.